I can pretend, if you click record, we can just pretend for the sake of the video that our wonderful training is starting right now. And then, so what I'll do is I'll just start the webinar and then I'll introduce Steve and Janet. So, good evening, everybody, and welcome to our Wednesday webinar. First of all, I did mean to say I'm really, really excited. We are yet again on track for another best month in business. But I'm delighted to say we have Steve Reece and Janet Lyall here, who have achieved Premier in 20 days. So I'm going to put you over to Steve and Janet, who are going to do a little testimonial with some amazing tips on how they've achieved this, as well as a bit of their background. It's over to you guys. They can share the screen again, and it's over to you.
Right. What's that? No, if you do that, you've got your presentation.
Right. Okay. You'll have to bear with us.
That's okay.
We're just trying to work out how to do it. Share screen.
You want to share screen now?
Yes, because it's on record.
There you go.
Right.
There. Can you see our presentation screen?
Yes.
Excellent. Yes. Right. Okay. We came into this business, network marketing, many years ago because I wanted to do something for ourselves. And all the way along, you have to have belief in yourself, and you set yourself a goal that if you want to do something, write it down, do a plan, and then execute it. Now, if you can tell somebody, like Janet told me what we were going to be doing, then it makes it a whole lot easier, because then we know what we need to do and how to do it. So it's very, very simple. It's not a complicated business, but you do have to have the right attitude. And there's a wonderful book by Jeff Keller called Attitude is Everything. But the moment you have the right attitude and you actually...
That's further down.
What?
The book gets mentioned.
No, I know it does, but they've asked me to do something and I didn't know what you were playing with. So anyway, at the end of the day, once you've got the right attitude, you can then do whatever you feel you need to do to build your business. Go on then.
Right. Okay. Now that first one says, I have a dream. And as Steve said, we were actually in the caravan in Norfolk, and I told him what we were going to be doing this period. And as Lynn says, we actually hit Fever MK Premier yesterday. Team sales of £5,404. And there's been more added on to that today. Retail is king. Bit of background. I've had a lot of different jobs in my life. One of them, I was actually working for my son's godfather, and he told me about Clean Easy and about some friends of his that were doing it. What he didn't tell me was that it was a network marketing company, and I didn't know anything about that. So he didn't tell me that I should be joining them. So the point of that is let everyone know what you're doing, and make sure that they know if they want to join, it's you that they need to join. We've got a classic example. Steve's been trying to get his cousin into the business for 20 years, and she joined us last week. So that just goes to show it might not always be the right time, but they will come sooner or later. Now, I joined through a newspaper advert that Steve and Pam had put in, and I started off as a high retailer, and I've always done high retail right from day one. I actually started with 500 catalogues, and I learned that you needed to make and follow a plan. Now, one of my previous jobs was direct sales, and personal development books were already on the agenda. And as Steve said, Attitude is Everything is actually one of my favourite books. And that's Jeff Keller. Now, In our previous company, I qualified for the Directors Club every single year that it was available, because I had belief in myself that if I wanted something badly enough, I could achieve it. And I still feel the same way. And we chose Viva MK because we had a proven track record with Clean Easy and with Michael. And in 2017, I was in the top 10 sellers of the front cover product, and was presented on stage with a bottle of champagne and actually won a trip to Mexico. So that was definitely excitement overload. And on that trip is where I met Lynn, and the rest is history, as they say. When Viva first started, the goal on the original period was that we were going to earn £1,000 in the first month, and we were working with 600 catalogues. It was holiday season and Steve had a new granddaughter. So we had 19 days left to achieve the goal of earning £1,000. So we did doorstep demos, blanket drops, online and friends, and we achieved it. And Project Premier, as I said, we were sat in the caravan in Norfolk, and I made the decision that we were going to go Premier this period. And it was planned every single step of the way. And so far, this period, this isn't including today's figures, but we've actually collected 2,355 catalogues, which has resulted in personal sales of £4,565, plus some doorstep demos and 2 new team members last week. So Team Evolution is firing on all cylinders, and we're just now waiting for that £2,000 check for a period. Now, before I move on any further,
Sorry to interrupt. Could you let Mary into the room? There's people in the waiting room. Really sorry to interrupt.
I'm in now.
Thank you. Thanks, Mary. Sorry, Janet. That was...
Obviously, when you're looking at the amount of catalogues that we've been working with, not everybody is going to be able to do that sort of work in the time that we've been doing it. And I was going to say, we are a firm believer in, if you do £1,000 yourself and then teach other people to do 1,000, is generally the norm. But as most people that know Steve and I, we're not normal. Moving on, some top tips. If the catalogues are in your house, then they're not going to earn you any money. Get them out into the customers' houses. Don't change the system or the day tickets which your sponsor has provided. They've worked perfectly all right for them. They'll work for you too. Present yourself and your catalogues in pristine condition. After all, people buy people, and we are representing a company that sells cleaning products. Work as close to home as you can. People also buy from local distributors. And whichever day ticket you use, make sure that you pick up your catalogues on that day. No matter what the weather or circumstances, we don't have bad weather, we've only got inappropriate clothing. Be reliable and don't let your customers down. Now, we've had some atrocious weather today, but I was still out picking catalogues up. Now, be consistent and persistent. You'll find the customers out there. Don't just go to your customer base, work around it. There's loads of people that you can find in between your regular customer base. And if you want larger orders, demonstrate something when you're delivering the orders to your customers. Now, it has been known that I turned a £3 delivery into a £33 order by doing this. And if you use the products yourself, you know how easily they will sell on the doorstep. Be your own best customer. Be prepared to go the extra mile for any customer that has a query about a Viva MK product. And take it from me, there's no traffic jam on the extra mile. The customer on the extra mile will be a customer for life. and we often hear of slightly less orders in January. So be ahead of the game and give your customers a Christmas card in December. It's well worth the cost. Listen to your nearest successful upline. You wouldn't take slimming advice from a fat doctor, would you? Have a smile on your face and enjoy yourself. Oh, by the way, another benefit of going out and doing that amount of catalogues is I've actually lost a stone while I've been doing it. Now, if the gate is shut when you arrive, make sure it is when you leave. Don't walk across their lawn. Now, I would normally say grass, but I find a lot of people who wouldn't agree with my pronunciation. And as we see in the adverts, a dog is for life, not just for Christmas. Well, neither is demonstrating the product. You can do it all throughout the year. Just pick something that you like and demonstrate it. Try to get your customers on consumables. They're wonderful. The customers try them, they like them, then they wash them down the drain, and then they order it again on a regular basis. Now for the ladies, a whole new exciting range of consumables with Beauty UK. I find that the lipstick is great because you don't have to keep reapplying it. It stays on for hours, and the nail varnish is absolutely wonderful. It doesn't chip or fade, and it's very quick drying. Now, because we're in the middle of a pandemic, the blast cans are an easy thing to demonstrate during it. And we've sold about 100 now, give or take 1 or 2. Now, my favourite motto is to do a little, you get a little. To do more, you get a lot. And this is still a dream of ours, New Zealand. And we're going to take, if Lynn lets us take 6 weeks off, we're going to go visit New Zealand for 6 weeks in about 3 years' time, hopefully, for my 60th birthday. And I'll make you host again if I can work out how to do that, Lynn.
Yes, first of all, well done, Dan and Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I confused things. I'm going to be hosting 2 laptops. It's really, really disconcerting. My phone plays up, my laptop play up. That was absolutely brilliant. Thanks very much and well done, because the one thing that I do love is when Janet and Steve make a goal, we definitely make sure it happens. And that's an absolutely phenomenal achievement. Well done once again.
Thank you.
Now, the second
You should
part
be host now.
I'm host now. Hopefully this is not going to freeze. Let's see if it'll let me. You're a disabled person. Right, it looks like it's Motherland McDonald that's the host. What's disabled participant sharing the screen? I'm not host yet. I'm not host. Let me see. Maybe you've made the wrong one. Host Lynn McDonald, me host. Yeah, I figured it out.
You're on here twice then, are you?
It's okay, just hang on a wee second. That's sorted. Yes. I'm on here 3 times as it happens because of my technology.
Oh, look, yeah, she is.
That must be really annoying for you guys. That must be really annoying.
Is that your twin sister then?
I've got triplets. There's 3 of us, the triplets. Here, right. Just a wee tip, by the way, when you're doing a presentation, if you go to the top there and it says slideshow, if you click on slideshow and then click on slideshow and then from current slide,
Right.
it'll show you it in a full screen, or it should in a moment. It's not doing it. It's freezing again. Right, let's go back. Have I frozen? Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
The screen frozen, or is it there? Right. Now, what tonight I'm going to introduce our wonderful Kate Forbes in a wee moment, but I will say this first. Tonight, what we planned on covering was a bit of follow-up from last week where we did the 21-day Facebook rule to start to break it down into how to sell on Facebook, how to follow through with the orders and to follow through on the team building, etc. And actually, this training I got is, I noticed that Kate Forbes had put a notification in the Team Velocity with some phenomenal tips on for a new person or somebody who's new or just breaking into the selling on Facebook. And so as I do, I swiftly turned it into a PowerPoint, and a wonderful Kate Ford, who is a Viva MK Bronze Premier, is going to cover selling on Facebook. That's the wrong training I've just opened up though. I can't believe this, guys. I just opened the wrong training. It's the wrong training, so I have to just shut these two down and we'll open up the right training. Oh, my goodness, there's going to be one day where I will do everything perfect. Without any technical hitches. I'm glad you think it's funny because I find it really traumatic.
I'm just glad it's not only me that has problems with technology.
Oh, it's I mean, even when everything's working as it was before the meeting, what I might do is make the other one McDonald host, because this particular laptop takes about half an hour to open up a PowerPoint. Anybody got anything they want to ask Janet or Steve while I'm just getting this next training organised? Anybody?
I have, Lynn.
Yeah, go on.
Well, you know where you said about the buy and sell group.
Oh, sorry, I meant for Janet and Steve's training.
Right.
That one can come at the end, Robert. If you hold that question at the end, because Kate is now going to do training. My Zoom has just kicked me out. The other Zoom just kicked me out. Oh no, it hasn't. Right, guys, here we go. We should be seeing it now. Kate selling on Facebook. Please pray I've got the right training this time, Kate. Yes, I have the right training. You see, there's nobody else in this business that's got 2 laptops and a phone to make sure that you get everything on the training. So it's over to you, Kate, for Bronze Distributor. As we speak, we should hopefully see you on the screen, but I'm going to just change it to speaker view. Are you there, Kate?
I'm here, yep. Can you hear me?
Yep, can hear you now.
Okay, right. So I will apologise in advance because I'm sitting on my bed at the moment and my glamorous assistant Cookie's beside me, but he keeps rattling up and down the laminate floor. So hopefully he'll stay peaceful while I'm speaking. I apologise if he doesn't. As usual, I'm the ventriloquist, no, Lynn's the ventriloquist and I'm the dummy. Okay, so she's going to be working for the slides as normal until I get my tech sorted out. Okay, so without further ado, basically Lynn has asked me to cover a little bit of training tonight on selling on Facebook. Lots of us are doing it already anyway, lots of us are doing it really, really well, and there's nothing I can maybe teach certain people who are doing more selling on Facebook than I am. But for new people and people that need a wee refresher, then just have a wee look at this and take some notes, okay? So if you're looking to get started online or just need a wee refresher on exactly what you're doing and not to miss anything out, you'll need to use all of these steps to start getting results, and you'll need to use them consistently. And this is a system that has been proven over many years since we started using Facebook to sell products in round about 2013, I think it was. So about 7 years now we've been doing it. First of all, what you need is belief in your own, in yourself and your business, and social proof. And look around you at the people that it's working for. There are people in my team who are absolutely nailing it with online selling. If it works for them, it definitely will work for you, but it won't work for you overnight. You have to start, building up your activity gradually and be very, very consistent, and you will start to get results because we do. So if it works for us, it'll work for you. Okay. So there are training videos on Lynn's resource site about setting up your group, posting in external groups and keeping your Facebook account safe. If you haven't seen those yet, ask your sponsor, they'll tag you on them, they'll point you to the videos, and make sure you watch them all and watch them a few times, because you won't always take in everything you're learning the first time you see it. So just the resources there for everybody to use, so please use it, okay? So the first thing to do is to set up your closed Facebook selling group. It's got to be a private group. You'll give your group a unique name so that you don't inadvertently send somebody to the wrong group when you're promoting it. Add your sponsor, only your sponsor, to the group. You have to add somebody to the group to be able to use it as a group, but don't add anybody else until you've got plenty of content in it. You wouldn't buy a shop and let everybody wander in before you had anything for sale in the shop. So set the group to admin approval on posts so that you're not allowing people to post bikes for sale, etc., etc. And you can then approve if people are asking about a product or saying, you know, had great service from Jean this week, absolutely brilliant, thanks very much, I got my delivery today. You can approve those posts, of course, but you're going to be in full control of what's on your group, because it is it's your showroom really, so you're not going to let them put their own posts on, okay? So before you do anything else, you write a brief welcome post, tell them what the group's about, and put it as an announcement on the group, so that when people are joining your group, they'll have a look at the announcement first, and they'll know exactly what the group's about, why they've been invited to join it. And before you add any people to the group, you're going to put at least 20 to 25 product posts on it. Your sponsor will help to show you what's in stock. You can use a stock checker, etc. And the reason why we say to do that before adding any people to it is when you are posting a product, your friends and people in the group will get notifications of you posting the products. If they're getting 25 notifications one after the other, that could slightly annoy people. You won't be posting at that level once the group is up and running with members on it. You'll slow down a bit then, but make sure before, you know, once you're filling up your shop to begin with, you don't have anybody on the group other than your sponsor, okay? So once the group's launched, you'll put probably about 5 product posts a day on it. Every single day they'll be consistent. Choose different product types. You don't know what's going to interest people. Choose different price brackets. Some people have got a £5 to spend. Some people have got £20 to spend. Some people are interested in bedding. Some people are interested in makeup. Some people are interested in cleaning products. So make sure that you're going to interest as many people as possible with your content. This is really important. Do not allow distributors from other teams to join your group, okay? They can't buy from you. They're not ever going to order from you. They're in the business already. They can't join your team because they're in the business already. But the last thing you want to do is give people access to your customers or your leads if you're using your group for sponsoring as well. So it's just really, you know, good practice to keep your private group private, and that's why it is a closed group as well. So nobody that isn't in the group can see the content of it. Okay, so, you know, if you need any further guidance in that, speak to your sponsor, but that's our advice, certainly, because it has happened before that people have gone away and, you know, contacted your customers, contacted your leads, etc., before you've had the chance to do it if you're at work or whatever, okay? So you can also consider an online launch party with the help of your sponsor. You can do a live party or a non-live party. Your sponsor can help you and do the first one for you if you want to, okay? Right. And once you have about 25 to 30 products on the group, you can then start adding and inviting your friends. I would strongly recommend that you invite everybody you know, everybody you're friends with on Facebook. Those are the people that like you, trust you, they'll want to know what you're doing, they'll support your business. If you've got 1,000 friends and you've only got 10 people in your group, you're not going to build a business very quickly. You have to make sure that everybody knows that you have a business and you promote it as much as you can without being in people's faces. Once they're in the group, they'll see all the posts. They won't see all the posts that you're putting on your group if they're not in the group. But make sure that everybody knows that you have a business and also that you've got an opportunity as well. Okay. So out with your own selling group, you're now going to start to join local external selling groups. Start with the really, really local ones and don't do any more to begin with than 3 to 5 a day, because Facebook take a dim view of a sudden change of activity. So if you've never joined a selling group before and you suddenly try and join 50 in one day, Facebook will slow you down because they'll wonder what you're doing because you're changing your behaviour. So do five a day maximum to begin with, and then after a week or two you can start to do 5 in the morning and 5 at night, etc., and just build up the number of groups that you're in. Again, you're looking to expose your business as far as you possibly can and make it as visible as you possibly can to as many people as you can. Okay. So on each of these external groups, you're going to put between 3 and 5 posts a day. Again, build that up maybe to start with, do one in the morning, one at night. And on all of these external posts, you're going to invite people to join your group as well. So you're going to post an individual product, a simple photograph, an edited photograph, or your own photograph, or something changed a wee bit from the stock pictures. Very, very simple description and a price. You don't put stock codes or anything. You just say, look at this really, really cute duvet set, single £16, double 22, or whatever it is, and gradually build up your face, your name, and get your products noticed on the external groups as well. And people will ask to join your group because they'll know that you don't just have one duvet set, you've got lots because you've said that. And you're not going to use the link of your group either, but on every post you're going to be saying, you know, please join my group, see my other fantastic products, I've got lovely Christmas stuff, etc., etc. So after between 2 and 3 weeks, you'll be posting up to 50 groups by that time, because you're adding groups every day, you're adding products every day. You'll get very well known in the groups, and members will see that you're regular and reliable. And also, this is a very untapped resource as well. Use Marketplace as well if you can. Between 3 and 5 items on Marketplace every day lets you copy the posts onto 20 further groups at the same time. And on all of your external posts, you add an ad for your group without using the link, and you'll just say something like this. So you've put your post on, you've put the price on, message me if you're interested, and you'll say, for more special offers for the family home and garden, please join our Facebook group. Mine's Kate and Tom's Bargain Online Shop, but don't use the link in the post. You can use it in the comments, but not in the post. But you make sure everybody knows that you've got a group with other products in it. And then also, I always add the opportunity as well to all my external posts as well. Part-time online sales vacancies available. Please message me if interested, and I'll reply with info. Okay. Now, I use, I've got an iPhone, I use text replacement on my phone. I've got a code for all of these things. So my special offers for the family home and garden, I'm not going to type that every time. So I've got, so for that one, I just use, I've got a phrase set up on my text replacement, and I use XKTB or something like that for that. And then the other one, the opportunity one, I've got XOP for my text replacement for that. And that just adds it to all of my posts. Anybody that doesn't know what I'm talking about, which is most people probably, to give me a shout and I'll show you how to do that. So Marketplace is great because every 7 days you can renew the older posts. It's just like bumping them in an external selling group. You can do that up to 5 times per post. So, you know, and every day you're putting more posts on, and you're bumping the posts from 7 days prior. So you've got really a lot of presence on Marketplace as well. You've got a lot of people that are seeing you posting about your products, your group, you know, your opportunity and everything like that. And they will, you know, sometimes it might be weeks ago that you put a post on, but somebody will remember that you had a particular nail polish or something like that, and they'll go away and look for it in Marketplace. And that's sometimes when you get the sales. It's not always immediate. Sometimes it's a wee while later. Okay, so it really is, I hope you can see, consistent effort daily. It's just exactly like Janet and Steve with the fantastic retail that they've done this period, and every period actually, but it's consistent effort every single day that starts to get results. Don't expect to do it for, you know, 3 days and you don't get sales, so you're gonna think it doesn't work. It definitely does work. Okay. So there's lots of other ways we can promote the products as well. Lots of people use what's in the box videos. That just means when your delivery arrives, you take a wee video of you emptying the box, or you put them all on your kitchen table or your worktop or your couch or something. You don't even need to be on camera yourself if you don't want to be. You're just making a wee video. It can be either live, or you can record it and then put it in your group, and just basically show what products you've received this week and what your customers are ordering. You can, when you've built up your confidence a bit, you can talk a wee bit about the products. Remember always to say what the price is. If it's something you've used yourself, a cleaning product or something, just remember and do a short testimonial of that product and say, you know, this stain remover is absolutely brilliant. I got paint out my son's jacket with this in less than a minute. Or, you know, that this carpet cleaner is absolutely fabulous. The people in my team who do what's in the box videos are very, very successful, and they get lots of sales from doing it. And I know that Jane White uses this particular tool quite a lot as well and gets great sales from doing that as well. You can ask your sponsor to do one for you if you haven't had many orders yet. Ask your sponsor. We'd be quite happy to do a quick what's in the box and just record it for you and you can put it on your own group and say, you know, this is my colleague in the business, this is what her customers have been buying this week, and you can do that if you want to do that as well. Okay, so also while you're emptying your box and you're making up your deliveries, take some pictures of what you've got. The real photographs are better than stock photos for sure. The stock photos, people get used to seeing them on Facebook, but if you take your own photographs as well, they are unique photographs. They're not being massively used by everybody else. You can ask your customers to send you pictures of the stuff they're using, their garden lights or their bedding or whatever, and then the group members can see what the product looks like when it's actually in use. I had a customer once who she bought in Clean Easy days, she bought a picture from me, she bought a bedding set, she bought some fairy lights and a rug for her bedroom, I think it was, and she sent me a photograph to put on the group, and somebody contacted me and said, I want everything in that picture. And I basically had a duplicate order from that because this girl's particularly tasteful at putting a room together. She had fairy lights and candles and everything like that. And this other customer contacted me and said, I really like that. I really, really like the theme that she's done there, and I'll buy everything she's got. So, and that was probably £120 worth of orders just by using a customer's photograph with her permission. So don't ever underestimate the power of doing these things. A picture paints 1,000 words, so make sure that you use them. Plenty of description, you know, promote your products very positively, because there's lots of positivity about our products. They're just fantastic. Okay? So your own sponsor, or Lynn McDonald has a photos group. My team is Team Velocity. We've got our own photos group. If you have product pictures of your own, add them to the groups as well, so that a small number of people are using the photographs, and it's just a great synergy to have there, that people can use each other's photos with permission. If you've put them on the photos group, then anybody can use them. It's not a problem at all. And always engage with your customers. Show them other stuff as well. Show them things that they haven't, that isn't anything to do with, a product post or something. Put a wee funny picture. I've got pictures of me with the dog in my head and all that, which he normally is. Don't know why he's not tonight. But be human on your group as well. It's great. The girls in my group are fantastic about this. They'll put on pictures of, on the beach or walking the dog, or just great things that will give people a wee laugh and everything like that. Put a morning post, a good morning post and a good evening post on your group as well. People start to check in just to have a look at that. Ask them what they're doing, have a wee quiz, have a wee competition, or ask them what was the first CD they ever bought, or their favourite Christmas film, or when do they put the Christmas tree up, or let's see your cutest pet or something. People love that, and they will interact on your group, which is really, really important for getting visibility increased as well. And people actually invite their friends. I had a cute pet competition once, and people were inviting their friends to join the group just to see how many likes they could get on their pet's picture. And I didn't ask them to do that. It just so happened that they did it. Once the more interesting content you put on your group, the more people are going to want to see it, and they're going to keep checking in to see what you're posting next. Okay. Now this next bit is really, really, really important. Be very, very careful on your timeline as well on Facebook, because people, if they're buying from you or they want to join your business, they're going to check out your profile. They're going to see who they're joining, what kind of person you are. And it's really, really important, first of all, to have a profile photograph of yourself, preferably smiling, not in a scream mask or anything like that, but not a professionally taken photograph, but a nice picture, clear picture of yourself smiling, yourself and your partner or something like that. Not anything random like a flower or a snake or anything like that. They want to know who they're going to be buying from, and they're going to be buying from you. Okay, so be very, very careful as well putting political posts, religious posts, anything controversial. I've seen loads of this. Just there's so much negativity happening in the world right now, and people who constantly post negative content, politics, religion, offensive language, etc., they're not making a great first impression. You only get one chance to do that. So make your first impression that people have of you a good one. You only get one chance to do that. So be as positive as you can. Okay. So good morning and good night posts in the group. The people in my team are fantastic at doing that as well. They'll put videos of walking the dog, what they're doing that day, ask the members what they're doing that day, how they're spending their Sunday, that kind of thing, and just get some interaction going. And when you get sales on your group, online sales, follow up your sales with a wee message. Just check with the customer that they received it okay, they like their purchase, do they know how to use it, do they need any more information about it, and just generally be interested. Okay, so once you've got the sale, if the customer is collecting from you or you're delivering to them very, very locally, make sure you always give them a catalogue. You're really missing the boat if you don't, because they've bought one product from you, but they don't realise that you've got hundreds and hundreds of other products. So always give them a catalogue. They're at the door anyway, you might as well. If you're sending the goods out directly to them, you can message them afterwards and ask them if they would like a catalogue posted. You can post it to them for 89p. It's not expensive at all, and it's a good habit to get into, and you will get repeat business from it. Okay. You can always ask for referrals as well. Ask who they know that might like your group. Ask if they know anybody that might be looking for an extra income. If they're a distance away from you, you could say, actually, I'm really glad I've spoken to you because I'm looking for somebody in your area, because I've got some customers in your area, really, would like to expand my business out there. It's obviously a place where people are interested in your products. And also, don't limit yourself to Facebook. There's lots of other social media platforms. There's eBay, Instagram, Shpock, Carousel, loads and loads and loads of different opportunities to sell. And you're only limited by your own imagination. So don't stick to one platform, just look at what else is available. Okay, so again, do it consistently. You'll start to get regular orders, and you'll get the income you joined for quite quickly after you join. But don't hide your light under a bushel. Make sure everybody knows that you have a business and you've got an opportunity as well. This is really easy to do, but it's very easy not to do as well. And you won't get instant results, but it's work from home. It's not sit on the couch and pray for money to come in. If we do enough work, we will make enough income from the business. And that's been proven time and time again. Okay, so I'm going to close here now. I'm just going to say, have I missed anything? There's people in the team who are experienced online retailers that do more online retail than I do. They'll have loads and loads of tips. Ask your questions, make sure you understand exactly what you're doing. If you don't know, if you don't ask, the only daft question is the one you don't ask. Your sponsor's here to help you, but sometimes your sponsor might not have the same understanding of what you understand about social media, if you know what I mean. So, we can't assume that people have a certain level of knowledge. Some people are way beyond us, and some people are a wee bit behind us because they haven't the experience that some of us have got. So ask any questions, we'll be happy to answer them for you. And we also do learn every day as well from new people that have different ideas as well. So wishing you all the success you're willing to work for. This is a brilliant opportunity. This is Christmas time. That's absolutely brilliant. There's Christmas everywhere at the moment, but there's also a lot of worry and a lot of panic and a lot of sadness in the world at the moment. Make sure everybody knows we've got an opportunity that can help people just a wee bit even. And at the end of the day, there will be people that join the business, not necessarily to build a business, but maybe even just to save money on their own products that they want to buy. That's another valid reason for joining the business as well. So make sure everybody knows what we've got and listen to why people want to join you, because they do. That's it.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Excellent training. Everybody can unmute themselves, which actually I could probably do that. If there's anybody who has got background noise, quickly mute yourself again. Oh no, I can't, because most of you are unmuted, so that's fine. If you want to unmute yourself, you can. That was excellent, Kate. Thanks very much.
You're welcome.
Any questions for Kate or for Janet and Steve? And if not, just want to say well done. That's you can see why these guys are doing so well. Louise, are you doing a training tomorrow night online as well? Is that right? It's Scott's one.
Yeah,
Brilliant, because I was thinking about you tonight when we were doing this training, so I want to promote that. There's a live Zoom tomorrow. If you want to attend it and you don't know the details, ask that your sponsor. They will tag you in the post in the official group. And Louise is going to be covering online as well. And for those who don't know, Louise and team have been phenomenally successful online. A quick reminder, what was your sales last period or this period, or just for the, because we've got to remember not everybody's heard the stories before.
Last period was 5,100 and something.
And that was all online. Ooh.
Yeah.
That's team sales as well. I think Louise personally was about 1,600, normally around about
Right.
there.
Yep.
My memory's good. So you've got Janet and Steve who did a story there with massive success with catalogues. I'm going to get a story for a couple of people tonight, but you've got there's Louise's team doing it all online. Wouldn't it be amazing if you had, if everybody in your team could do the same success with both vehicles? Would be amazing. But at the end of the day, what's also amazing is you can choose the vehicle that suits you. That's what I love about it. You can choose what suits you. So well done, everybody. That was a brilliant training. Just before we go, anybody want to share any success stories for this week? Jane, you put a good one up in the groups. I've seen that got a lot of response. There must have been a wee goodie one. Want to share it?
Well, perhaps most people have read it, but anyway, I will go back over. We do approximately 50 catalogues every week. 30 of them this week were to customer base, so 20 were blanket drop. We collected 16 orders from that, totaling £356. And we also had online orders of £73.50, and we made a profit of £107 by my calculations.
Yay!
It's a good story. Repetition is the mother of success. I just noticed that one had got a lot of interaction, so well done. Anybody else want to share anything before I go? You were going to
could I just quickly recognise Emma Garrett, who's on with us tonight. Emma actually isn't on Facebook at the moment. She's new in the team. She's an Inverness. In the first 2.5 weeks of period 11, she's qualified for a 300 star.
Well done, Emma.
She joined her week 4 of period 10, and from what she's telling me, she's really enjoying it. And if she's not too shy to speak, she'll maybe tell us what she's enjoying about her brand new business, because it's just absolutely brilliant. So well done, Emma.
Thank you. I'm kind of sat in the dark here, so I don't know whether anyone can see me very well. Yeah, no, I'm really enjoying it. I've got the 3 kids, so you know, we're often out and about, so I take them out with me, and you know, we're enjoying. You know, they like it. Oh, Mum, can I post it through this one? And oh, can I collect this one? So it's yeah, it's been really good, and I'm pleased with the sales. So happy days.
Brilliant. Absolutely phenomenal. Well done.
That's a great result for a new person. Excellent.
Did you say you took your wee boy out in a Spider-Man outfit or something, and he was having a great time?
Oh, I loved it. Yeah, and everybody was like, "Oh, hi, Spider-Man!" So yeah, it was good. Yeah, Spider-Man, wasn't it?
Spider-Man's going to start getting lots of tips.
Yeah.
And maybe even sweeties come to Halloween. That's a great story, Emma. Well done. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Nigel and Amanda, I don't know if Jerome's on, but your brother's doing really well. Where's Nigel and Amanda? I've lost them. Oh, there she is. She was leaning back. Jerome, and I know he's not on just now, but Jerome, in his first month, how's he doing?
He's doing really well. He's done £625 this period so far. So he's well on his way for the 1,000 star.
Excellent. Well, tell him well done from us. And my biggest tip to Jerome and Emma, I wish I could have said it while I still could see her wee lovely face, is to get on Facebook. Just for your business, It's a phenomenal tool, not only for selling, for team building, but also for team spirit, trainings, the photographs, recognition. It is a valuable tool for the business. But tell Jerome, well done. That's phenomenal. Anybody else got a story they want to share before we go?
No.
Frank, you look as though you've got a story. What you picked up this week?
What have I picked up this week? Let's see. Let's think. I think I said I was about 700 last week, so probably done about 300 this week because we're up to about 1,000 so far.
Brilliant, 1,000, starting 1,000.
Yep.
Excellent. Anybody else? No, to be fair, it's a small audience compared. We've had a few people sharing their stories. But I just want to say, well done, A-Team. I'm really, really excited about the direction that our business is going. It's absolutely phenomenal. Proud of each and every one of you. Next week will be the recognition webinar, because a week today will be the last week of the period. Delighted to see many of you achieving your targets a week in advance. Please don't stop. That's what I want to say. Please don't stop just because you've hit your target. Oh, look, she's showing me the little fur babies. So next Thursday, she's stop that, Amanda. She's distracting me with the chihuahua. That's cruel. Try to be professional here. She knows how much I love them. Let me be professional. Next Thursday is a recognition. And as I was saying, I know that many of you hit your targets well ahead of schedule. Please keep going. But it's going to be phenomenal. I can't wait. We're blowing the roof down, guys. So well done, each and every one of you. And I'm going to pick Kate tonight to close the meeting.
Okay,
because I can see that jumper. I really like your jumper.
This is my birthday jumper for it. It was decided that there wasn't nearly enough leopard print in my life, if you can believe that.
Yeah, I can believe that.
So thank you very much, everybody, for joining us tonight. We've had a really good webinar. Thanks very much to Janet and Steve for your phenomenal training, all the success stories and the recognitions, and there's going to be even more of those next Thursday night. Remember, it is Thursday next week and 8 o'clock, not 9 o'clock.
No, it's 9. It's still 9.
Is it still 9? Okay.
It's only 8 if Michael wants to join us.
Ah, right. Okay. Right. So Thursday at 9 then. Okay. That's you're asking me to close the meeting, why? So guys, everybody knows what they're doing. Everybody's working away consistently. We've seen what a fantastic season this is at the moment, particularly this year when people don't want to be in the shops. They want to be buying at home in their slippers. Just make sure everybody knows you've got a business, everybody knows you've got an opportunity, and everybody knows what a fantastic smiley service we can provide to them. A very, very safe service as well. Far safer than going to the shops in a mask. They don't need to wear a mask to read our catalogue. And the worse the weather gets, the more they're going to be at home wanting to read the catalogue. So let's just get out there and do it, and wish you all the success that you're willing to work for. So we'll see you next Thursday. Have a fantastic week 4. See you next week. Good night.
See you next Thursday, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks, Kate. Thanks.
Bye.
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 Bye, everybody. The dogs have started to bark because I've raised my voice up a little bit. So they get excited.